That'll work.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
So then just welcome to the Cost of Goods Told podcast. My name's Connor. I'm an executive chef and media producer. I'm joined by Darren Lafferty of Whitebeard Photography.
Good morning.
Good morning, man. It's an early morning here. We've got a special guest joining us.
Yeah, Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo 2019. We're at the Cook Off. This is episode 2 for us. It's been a fun ride, but this morning with us is JD Marsh from the Lone Star
Smoke Syndicate.
There you go. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And thanks for joining us. I know it's early,
absolutely.
And I know you guys stay out late, and you keep an aggressive schedule. You know.
Yeah, it's a grind for sure. But last night I took it pretty easy last night because I knew I had to get up this morning and start cooking the competition meats this morning.
We appreciate that, JD. Thank you very much. Now today is the big day.
Today's the big day.
That's right.
You turn in the meat. It's all about.
That's right. We got chicken at 10:30, ribs at 1:30, and brisket at 2:30 or 3:30. I can't remember.
Don't count on me for that time. I'm just here to eat.
I've got it written down.
Well, you guys have been here for 7 years.
I think this is our 7th year cooking at Houston. Correct.
Man, that's a big deal because this is the biggest. Is this the biggest rodeo?
It's as far as I know. It's the biggest rodeo anywhere in the world.
How about the cook-off?
The cook-off, San Antonio cook-off for their rodeo. We were there last month into January. It's actually, I think it's about 65 teams bigger than Houston is.
That's so. I read last year at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, it's 252 teams.
Right.
So if it's bigger than that, we're talking 300 teams.
Yeah, it's around 300 teams.
That's awesome. Well, that's just I wish I had your job.
Yeah. And that San Antonio, it is the biggest cook-off in the state of Texas.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, man, you guys are at both of them.
Both of them.
And so that's about a 45-day window, preparation, cook-off.
Yeah. So they're right about a month apart. San Antonio was the last weekend of January, and now here we are, last weekend of February.
Well,
and
I used the word preparation, which is probably not right because you guys are probably preparing all year.
Oh, it's year-round.
Right?
Absolutely, it's year-round. Yeah.
So before we jump in here, tell us a little bit about you, JD Marsh.
Yep.
Where you're from, where you live now, that kind of thing.
I'm originally from Victoria, grew up down there in South Texas. My wife and I moved to Katy in 2006, and we've been there ever since.
Shout out Katy, Texas.
That's right, there you go.
It's a good place. I lived there for 10 years. I'm a native Houstonian.
Yep.
Lived there for 10 years, loved it.
Yep.
Loved it, and plan on moving back when I
Yeah,
get
we've
done.
been there since 2006, so we love it. A lot of good people out there. It's getting a little crowded for me, but we had to make a move a little further west a couple years ago to get out of the
There's a
hustle
lot
and bustle.
popping up that ways too, because I live out that ways as well, and so it's what's nice is it's not just chain restaurants coming out that way.
No, it's not. It's not.
And we're starting to get, because now we have Katy Asia Town, which is awesome.
Yep.
There's a little bit of Korean influence.
Sure.
That's almost by the Equestrian Center, which is really cool because that's like the Korean fried chicken wings. That's the
on
Korean
Mason.
barbecue
On Mason,
yeah.
Hudadak, I think, is one of those, and there's some ramen places in there as well. Right.
And that's really nice to see because I got sick and tired of seeing the Olive Gardens pop up, the Outbacks and everything. It's
you're really not seeing a whole lot of that the past few years. It's all mom and pop places for the most part these days.
And I will tell I love breadsticks and salad, but I can't eat that 7 days a week. I need a break from all you can eat breadsticks and salad.
There you go.
Right.
So from Katy, not from Katy, from Victoria, moved to Katy. How'd you get into barbecue to the point that you're competing at the largest cook-off?
Right.
It's got to be amazing time, number one.
Yep.
But how the evolution happens that you're thrown into these big events.
So I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, one of my best friends and I started doing chili cook-offs just for something to do on Saturdays. Go drink some cold beer and cook a pot of chili and see what happens.
So that was before kids, obviously.
That was before kids.
What are we going to do on Saturday?
That's right.
Cook some chili.
That's right. So we started doing that, and we're having fun with it. And me and all my buddies, we've always barbecued, grown up barbecuing, and home cooks. And a lot of those chili cook-offs had barbecue competitions also. So we finally said, hey, let's start doing some barbecues, see what happens. And had a buddy of ours we took an old hay trailer. It had farm tags on it. Got a buddy of ours to build a pit for us, and we slapped it on there and started going to cook-offs.
Work with what you got, right?
Yeah, and so we rolled with that pit until 2 years ago, and then we we made a major upgrade finally.
That's all right. You must have won some or got a better job. One of the
Yeah, we do all right. But no, and then so we go around. We do a lot of little county fairs, just cook-offs here and there. A lot of stuff down around Victoria, down in that area. We got 9 guys on the team, and 7 of them are from Victoria, Hallettsville, Inez, down in that area.
So South Texas.
Yeah, so we do a lot of small cook-offs and stuff down in that area.
Okay. All right.
Just because we know a lot of folks down there.
That's cool.
But then, so the spots that we have 2 spots here at Houston, and it's Victoria County Go Texan and Refugio County Go Texan.
Okay.
We have both spots.
Okay.
So that's who we cook for out here.
Okay. That's very cool. And so the rest of the year?
You're
practicing smoking meats?
Yeah, it's not, I mean,
adjusting the recipe?
Absolutely.
You're updating technology?
We've got our, most of our recipes we've been sticking with for the most part for the past, I'd say, 3 to 4 years. We haven't changed a whole lot. Yeah. We've done well with what we're doing, so we don't change a whole lot. We try not to. We got one guy on our team that likes to mess around with stuff, and we got to kick him every now and then and tell him to get back to the basics.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's exactly right.
Now, how different is the barbecue that you're cooking? Like, let's just say you were to have a family gathering and you're going to cook a barbecue versus the competition cook style that you're doing for.
That's a great question because everybody wants to be a cook, right? Everybody wants to be a pit master.
Well, from what I've been told too is like because you only have literally like 2 inches of brisket to give to somebody, you've got to tell a story in that where that could be possibly overwhelming if you were to do a full meal of it. Or something along those lines. But I mean, I'm sure you could explain it a lot better. I'm doing this from
honestly
third-hand knowledge.
When I cook at the house, I try to do it the same way as if I'm competing, just for the repetition.
Okay.
And my wife loves the ribs the way I do them for competition, so that's how I cook them at home.
There you go.
That's a winner right there.
So then that's different than what I've heard. Like I said, some guys say that they've got one style that they do for like the parties and things like that, and then
I can tell you for the cook-offs, I use a more expensive, higher quality of meat than I do at the house.
That's a secret. We won't tell anybody that, though.
Now, speaking about the meat, how many briskets will you search through before? Because I think they let you tag 2, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
And how many will you kind of go through to find the perfect 2?
I think we had 12 briskets.
Okay.
And we picked our 2 favorite ones out of that.
Okay.
And
as far as ribs go,
I think we had about 20 racks of ribs. We chose 2 racks of ribs out of.
Okay.
And then the chicken, I think we had 4 or 5 chickens.
The old yard bird. It's got to work or it's not.
Yeah, that's right.
So let me back up. Let's back up to, so that's today, Saturday, right? You pick the brisket you want to submit to the judges. But Thursday, you start arriving early. You start setting up the
smoker. So last Saturday, we came in and dropped off our pit, all our trailers, our campers, all that stuff on Saturday. And we've had guys out here, a couple guys taking shifts every day since Saturday.
Okay.
So
and they're smoking the entire time, right?
No, we don't. We don't start cooking anything till Wednesday. We get here.
Okay.
And then that's when the full team comes in on Wednesday, and that's when we're here for the long haul. We rent a house down here for the week. So we're here, and we'll start cooking, kind of playing around with stuff on Wednesday. Then Thursday night, in our spot, we'll serve about 350 people every night.
Wow. So the pits are going. They don't stop. The
pits do not stop. Thursday night we did Wagyu ribeyes and Wagyu beef tenderloin.
That's terrible.
Last night on Friday we did. We always do fried fish on Friday.
Yeah.
Most of the time, cook-off falls in the middle of Lent.
Yep.
So we've been doing that for years, doing fried fish on Fridays.
That sounds awesome.
And then tonight will be barbecue for everybody.
So you'll be celebrating, essentially.
I hope so.
Yeah. So
it's a lot of. I tell you, it's a lot of fun to celebrate out here. They come get you and parade you through here, and you make it up to the stage.
Is
it's
that
a good
right?
time. Oh yeah.
Man, we gotta stick around just for that.
I know, right?
It's fun.
That's cool.
I'm gonna follow because I think they come around with the finalist flags.
They do. They come to your tent. I mean, bells and whistles going, and they take you out, and they have signs up in the air. And they will parade you up and down all these aisles up here to the stage.
Now, is that something you guys have experienced or only witnessed?
No, we got on the stage 2 years ago.
Congratulations.
We got 3rd place Dutch oven.
Okay.
Last year, We got 4th place Dutch oven, so only top 3 make the final. So we missed by 1 spot.
Oh, man.
And we got 11th place ribs last year.
Oh, very nice.
Which top 10 make the stage. So we missed 2 categories by 1 spot.
You can taste it. You can almost taste
But
it. Right? The victory is sweet.
we've gotten on the stage 1 time, and we're hoping to get back there. We've been close again.
So you said something. I just learned something, and I tried to read as much as I can
Yeah.
about the event. But so there's brisket, there's chicken, there's ribs. What's Dutch oven?
Dutch oven dessert. We did that.
Dessert. They have a dessert.
It's Dutch oven dessert.
Okay. All right.
And we did that yesterday. We
Okay.
turned that in yesterday. We'll find out results today. But we've been doing the same Dutch oven.
What is it?
It's peach cobbler.
Peach flour.
Nice.
That wasn't the one in the shape of Texas.
That was it.
Oh, that looks sweet in the container.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
but there was no kale or anything, so it looked even better.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No. No kale or anything.
Not
out
like
here.
you would for meat. I totally get it.
You can't. There's none out here. You can't dress anything up.
Even your meats.
No.
Really. And it's got to be a certain size container.
They
It's
give
gotta
you the
be white.
container.
Oh, they do.
They give you the containers.
Like a 1 compartment.
1 compartment, and each spot out here has a representative from the barbecue committee. And when it's your turn in time, they come, they tag your meat yesterday on Friday. They'll come and watch you pull that meat out and make sure that that tag on the meat matches
Sure.
what they tagged yesterday.
Wow.
And they'll sit there and they watch you cut it. They watch you put it in the box, then they'll tape it up, then you go turn it in.
No funny games.
No
They
messing
don't mess
around out here.
right?
It's serious.
So besides bragging rights, what's the prize?
Bragging rights and a big trophy.
No, so a trophy.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a trophy.
Pretty good sized trophies.
Absolutely.
Now this is my first rodeo, and I had the chance yesterday to kind of get my bearings and kind of walk around and,
Yeah.
and talk to guys and so forth. What was really interesting was, you know, let's say it's either a guest first rodeo or a competitor's first rodeo.
Uh-huh.
You said this is year number 7 for y'all?
Correct.
So what's been I assume that it wasn't too much smaller than what it is right now 7 years ago.
Oh no, it's the same team-wise and whatnot, same layout and everything.
So what was the biggest kind of like rookie thing? Like you walk in, you're wide-eyed, first time here at this one. What was that like?
Oh, we talk about this a lot, me and the guys. We get better and better every year.
Right.
Not necessarily on the competition part, but the production, putting on our tent and whatnot. That first year, it was, I don't even know how to describe it. You walk into something like this and try to put on something like this, and you've never done it before. It was pretty intimidating, and we probably weren't very good at it.
Okay.
But we've gotten pretty good. We got a good spot, a good tent. We put on a pretty good party every night, and we've got it down. We got it down pretty good now.
So what would be maybe like a if there's a rookie competition team coming in, what would be the one piece of advice that you'd be like, look, you know, here's what to watch out for, or, you know, hey, you know what, don't party too hard, you know.
That's easy to say.
I know
That's
he's
easy
thinking.
to say, yeah,
he's
right.
thinking he's going to tell him stay up late all night drinking.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna be telling.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
you know?
Man, just the biggest thing you have got, and start planning way ahead, you have got to have a list put together of what you need to bring, what you need to buy, because we still every day have to send somebody to the store to get something.
Right.
But we've gotten a lot better. That first year we were scrambling, running around, forgetting things, and you know, we've built a list off every year now, and we cook the same things every year on Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. So we build our list, and we know now how much of what we need, because we've been doing it for 7 years. So we know how much we need, whether it be drinks, food, anything.
Right.
Whereas the first year we had no clue, and it was it's just a mess.
Everybody's dehydrated. Where's the water? Nobody brought water.
Exactly.
We brought whiskey, but we didn't bring water.
That's right.
So then, what has been the biggest learning curve then from your first year to now? Like, you know, what has been either the biggest change in the competition? What's been the, you know, newest thing?
Competition wise, we haven't changed hardly anything.
Right. But have the judges, you know, it's kind of like in the restaurant industry. Sometimes
So,
you got to adjust to the new trends. Or
big change that took place last year was each spot turns in 3 meats. Your typical cook-off style brisket, ribs, and chicken. Mm-hmm. Years past, you were only allowed to turn in 1 meat per spot. You had to pick which of the 3 you wanted to turn in. And so you could only turn in 1 meat per spot. And then I didn't like the way it was done, and I don't think anybody else did, because your ribs might be going up against my chicken, and it's two totally different things.
Right.
You got to compare apples to apples.
Yeah.
So they made that change last year, and I know we were, and everybody else I've talked to is thrilled they went to the more traditional cook-off style. So that's been by far the biggest change I've seen.
A big improvement.
That's
like.
a huge improvement.
Change that you liked.
Huge improvement.
What goes into the planning part of it too? Because do you kind of have like now a 7-year checklist that you've been?
We've been compiling a list pretty much, and so now we know what we need, and it's a year-round deal getting ready for this thing. We're always got something going on, whether it's buying more equipment, new equipment. We start working on sponsors in October usually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, grocery-wise, alcohol-wise, we got to deal with the tent people. We got to deal with the ordering porta potties, ordering electricity. There's a lot that goes into it.
I think it's a lot of things I didn't think about, and not only just the tent, the accommodations, right?
Yeah, right.
And being away from your families,
right?
And then still getting the job done while you're out here. And then everybody has real jobs.
Yeah, most of us on Thursday and Friday spend a lot of time on the phones or the laptops trying to get some work done.
Well, it sounds like a juggling act,
It is. It's
but
like I said, you get better and better every year.
Sure. So being a veteran now, it becomes a little bit easier, but you're not flawless by any means.
No,
right?
not by any means.
You still forget things.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got guys going to the store today for more charcoal.
Oh, who would have thought you needed that?
Yeah,
right?
We thought we had enough, but apparently not.
And then I noticed that you're wearing some stuff from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Like you mentioned, you're on the calf.
Yeah, I'm on the calf scramble committee.
So you don't just do this, right?
No, I leave here on Sunday. I got to work the calf scramble Monday night.
Oh.
A free concert. There's a free concert involved.
I won't be staying for the concert that night. I'll be ready to go home and go to bed as soon as the calf scramble's over.
So it's a major life-changing ordeal, this time of year.
It's so rodeo's 20 days, and we're here for 5 or 6 days. So it's almost a full month of nonstop. Out of the 20 days at rodeo, I'll probably be out here 12 days.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you're busy. And then San Antonio just before this.
And San Antonio was right before this, and we're there at San Antonio Wednesday through Sunday.
That's awesome. It's awesome for you. Good for you.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. My feet, I'm wearing tennis shoes. I gave up on wearing boots out here. I wear boots every day of my life, but not out here because it just kills my feet after 3 days.
You guys do a lot of standing,
all day. You're standing all on this asphalt all day for days on end.
So give us some insight, because today's the day. Right?
Today's the day.
Turn into separate meets. Give us some insight as to how that you woke up and you're in the cold sweats.
So last night we seasoned all of our meat last night. They put the brisket on about 5 o'clock this morning. I got up and got here at 8 this morning. I put my ribs on at 8:30, and they're probably putting the chicken on right now while I'm over here.
Getting it, and the first you'll turn in will be.
We'll turn in chicken first at 10:30.
Okay, all right. And it's just nonstop. And then what time they start awarding who won?
They'll start coming by probably about 4 o'clock maybe. Yeah, somewhere in there.
So will you guys be at home tonight? Will you go home tonight and sleep in your own bed tonight?
Oh no, we got to move out tomorrow. So tomorrow is not fun at all.
I guess I should assume you're going to win. So you're going to be here partying all night anyway, but
we're going to be partying regardless tonight, but if we get to that stage, it's going to be a big party.
Yeah, your wife will be happy to see you soon, and your kids too, I bet.
Yeah, my wife was down here last night. She'll be back today. The kids are with Grandma.
That's a good spot.
Yeah,
Grandma
absolutely.
can spoil them and
That's
make
right.
them happy.
That's right.
Well, the logistics of that breakdown too.
It's
just
terrible.
Be insane.
It is terrible.
You've ran your team through the ringer,
yeah.
Because you're trying to execute to the nth degree, so your stress level's already high. You finally get that moment of relief, and then you got to turn around. And what is it? It's like get out of here by 4 o'clock or something?
Yeah, so here's another big change this year. Typically, and our spot is on the back row, so we're kind of blocked in. It's real hard to get all of our stuff out of there. Sunday is tough. But another big change this year is the rodeo typically starts on the Tuesday after cook-off. This year it starts on Monday,
right.
So there is one day that this whole place has to be turned back into a parking lot. Tomorrow is going to be going to be something to see.
I've been going around and trying to get some video of everything,
yeah.
But it's not doing any of it justice. I was walking it yesterday, and I hit 15,000 steps before I went home,
Yeah.
and I left early,
Yeah.
like I left at like 3 o'clock.
Right.
So it's like, you know, I was telling everybody, it's like
hence the feet hurting.
Yeah, feet hurting, and then it's like, you know what? You can eat all you want or whatnot. You're probably going to burn a decent amount of calories too, walking around here and working.
Yeah, I think the worst thing, I get so busy out here. It seems like every year I hardly eat anything, and come Sunday I'm shaking and stuff, and realize I haven't eaten anything in 3 days except nibbling on little bites we're cooking. I don't ever sit down and eat a meal.
So when you're out traveling and everything, when you don't have the pits going for you know, the private parties and so forth.
Yep.
Y'all are cooking at the home that you rented, or you're going out and eating? Like, you trying to explore different spots?
No, we're here. So we got here on Wednesday. We always go out on Wednesday night. Okay. All the guys. We got a party bus this year and went out, drove around town, and had a big time.
That's a very mature move. Party bus.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, that no one's having to drive.
That's right. That's right. No, we park our vehicles at the house, and they won't move until Sunday. A lot of Ubers back and forth to the house.
Wise choice.
Number one, parking is tough.
Oh yeah.
Plus, Uber can drop us off right at the gate. But anyway, Wednesday night we go out. We have a big night Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning we're out here, and then we'll leave here anywhere between, I'd say, midnight and 3 in the morning every day, and go to the house, get some sleep, and come back and do it all over again.
So y'all cooking up breakfast in the mornings, or is it?
Yeah, there's usually something going on over there.
Somebody scrambles something together, right?
Yeah. I think we have some leftover fish still, where they're going to fry up some more fish for lunch today.
There you go. It's kind of like at the events that you do, or like, you know, the barbecue. I'll think of it eventually after my second cup of coffee, but like in Vegas and so forth, at the end when everybody's doing, you know, their different grills and so forth, the exhibitions. The last day becomes just kind of like the hodgepodge, like, oh, what are you cooking? It must go.
Whatever we have left, we're trying to get rid of.
Yeah. Just whatever was here, and it's got to go.
We have that once a week at our house.
And we were doing liquor inventory and beer inventory this morning before I came over here, trying to decide what we need, if we needed any more of anything. And you know, we try to hit the number right on, and not have to go home with a lot of extra stuff. But so we do that and try to get it right, but we're gonna have to go buy some more. But it's kind of like what you said, whatever we got left, we say, oh, we're a little short on Bud Light, we got more Miller Lite. Well, people are just gonna have to drink Miller Lite tonight.
Well, JD, I really appreciate you taking so much time to talk with us. I know today's pressure day and everything. I know probably 7 years in, your nerves aren't half as on edge as before.
Yeah, on the competition stuff, we got that. I mean, we got that down pat. It's not real stressful for us cooking the competition. The stressful part is feeding 350, 400 people every night.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, watching your team work in the back there yesterday and stuff like that, it looks like you got a cool crew with you.
Yeah, we got a good group of guys, yeah.
Is there anybody that you want to send a thank you or shout out to, you know, any of the sponsors or anything that you know, or anybody in particular?
Yeah, our big Snake River Farms does a lot for us. Rob, the owner of Snake River Farms, does a lot for us.
Very cool.
They help. I can't even explain how much they help us out.
So they make your life a little easier during these times?
They make life a lot easier in these times. That's right. Good. So we have a lot of sponsors. I don't have the list with me. I'm not in charge of the sponsors. I'm in charge of cooking. But they're the big one we'd like to really say thank you to.
No, by all means. And, you know, it's just one of those where, you know, everybody starts to develop that community, that network and stuff like that. So we just want to make sure that, you know, the good guys out there, you know, get recognized. And
those guys, they're out of Idaho, and they come in. They just left. They were in our tent this morning. They just left to fly back to Idaho. So they come in for the event and everything. And
that's very supportive to fly in for all that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very nice. Excellent.
Again, thank you so much for taking all this time and everything and walking us through it, walking me through what's going to be my first rodeo.
Sure.
So,
go up to the stage tonight and watch the awards. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely going to do that.
People will be having a good time.
I don't think you need any luck, but best of luck to you.
Thank you. Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you.
We're going to wish you
absolutely nice spending time with you, answering our questions, our dumb questions.
No problem.
9 in the morning.
No problem.
But it's awesome to have you, so thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, good time. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. We're going to do a quick word from our sponsor, Duke's Premium Meats, and we'll be right back after this. Duke's Premium Meats Home Delivery is your one-stop shop for premium quality meats delivered right to your doorstep. Delivering all over the United States, Duke's Premium Meats offers you the best in quality by personally working closely with local ranchers and butchers. Duke's Premium Meats offers everything from fillets and lobster tails to heart-shaped ribeyes to Texas-raised Wagyu brisket. Get amazing meat delivered right to your door by using Duke's Premium Meats. visit their site at www.dukespremiummeats.com.